Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to your Pan-African channel, Africa News. It's officially full-time for South Africa's Premier Soccer League season and the Masanda won. The Mamelodi Sundowns have been crowned champions for a record 8th time. Pitso Mosimane's men clinched the title with one round of matches left in the league on April 28th before they were officially handed the crown last weekend. We have a report on that. The third Street Child World Cup kicked off in Moscow last Friday ahead of the FIFA World Cup in Russia. This year's edition will see national teams from 24 countries, including Tanzania, Liberia, Egypt, Burundi, and Mauritius from Africa. And as we count down to the Russia 2018 World Cup, today we begin to look at the team profiles of the African teams representing the continent in the global shortlist. We'll start with the Pharaohs of Egypt, who will be turning up at the World Cup after 28 years. This edition of the Football Planet starts now. I'm Victor Mwisio. South Africa's Premier Soccer League wrapped up last weekend. Pretoria-based club Mamelodi Sundowns lifted their record 8th crown after finishing the league on 60 points, 5 clear of second-placed Orlando Pirates after the final matchday results. Here's that report. Pretoria-based South African club Mamelodi Sundowns were on Saturday officially crowned the Premier Soccer League champions for the 2017 and 18 season. The crown is now a record 8th title for the Masandawana, who were the 2016 CAF Champions League winners. Sundowns coach Pitso Mosimane said they got what they wanted while other clubs were afraid to state their intention to challenge for the title. He said, "We are expected to win the league at Sundowns. I think the same goes for Orlando Pirates, Kaizer Chiefs and Bidvest Wits. They were also expected to win the league, but we wanted to win the league most. That's why we won it, because I don't think there was anyone else who wanted to win." The Brazilians clinched the title with one round of matches left in the league on April 28th. They completed the race with 60 points, 5 clear of second-placed finishers Orlando Pirates. After the win, they now shift their focus onto their Nelson Mandela Centenary Celebration match against Spanish La Liga champions Barcelona on Wednesday, May the 16th at the FNB Stadium in Johannesburg. First leg matches of the second round of qualifiers to the 2019 Under-20 AFCON in Nigeria were played over the weekend. Defending champion Zambia silenced Rwandans 2-0 away in Kigali. Senegal and Egypt played to a 0-0 draw in Dakar. Gabon thrashed Ivory Coast 3-0 in Libreville. Let's have a quick look at the results. Still in the continent, CAF Champions League and CAF Confederations Cup action resumes mid this week. After a frustrating start to their campaign following a 1-1 draw away to Mamelodi Sundowns, defending champions Wydad Casablanca will be hosting Togolese side AS Togo Port de Lomé in Casablanca. With just 1 month left to the glitzy 2018 FIFA World Cup, Russia is hosting an altogether different kind of football tournament. Its stars are orphans who have been abandoned by their parents or come from extreme poverty. Let's have that report by Narcis Ndumbe.
More than 200 young people between the ages of 14 and 17 are taking part in the 3rd edition of the Street Children's Football World Cup in the Russian capital, Moscow. 24 teams, including 12 boys and 12 girls teams from 21 countries are participating in the event. For the organizers, it is a question of drawing the attention of world leaders to the plight of these vulnerable children.
Today we must celebrate. Celebrate being together, united in friendship. We are one family, And we are celebrating the voices of orphans and street children who have not had a voice before.
Far from the poor neighborhoods where these children are coming from, some young people are starting to dream of a better future. I think I can become a member of the Brazilian football national team. When the desire is there, you can achieve any goal. The third edition of the Street Children's World Cup ends on May 16. Africa is represented by 4 countries: Tanzania with a girls' team, Kenya, Liberia and Burundi, who are the defending boys' champions.
To promote a welcoming image of Ukraine, Ukrainians have taken to social media to offer visiting supporters spare beds, lifts from the airport, and even home-cooked meals ahead of the Champions League final on May the 26th. This hospitality gesture follows a move by Ukrainian hotels that aggressively raised accommodation rates ahead of the Champions League night. Listen.
Liverpool fans who will attend the European Champions League final between Real and Liverpool in Kiev, Ukraine on May the 26th are in for a wonderful opportunity. A Ukrainian member of parliament and his family will offer free accommodation to some fans.
Kindness and generosity always leads you to, in fact, safety. I don't think it is a risky idea. I think this is very pleasant and very powerful to connect people from different countries, different continents. That's what this football means.
Even President Petro Poroshenko offered to host some fans to compensate for the lack of affordable accommodation in the capital. The promoter of a group on Facebook designed to facilitate the welcome of Liverpool supporters is overwhelmed.
The apartment is what it is. Luxury conditions are not what's important. A person should have a place to stay overnight. A person should have a place to take a shower and then go for a walk, watch soccer, and also to enjoy beautiful Kiev in May.
The excitement is on as the May the 26th deadline approaches.
Egyptian and Liverpool forward Mohamed Salah is not resting on his laurels. He has now added another award to his accolades after he won the Football Writers Association Award on Thursday last week and the English Premier League Golden Boot on Sunday.
Please welcome to the stage
Egyptian and Liverpool forward Mohamed Salah is not resting on his laurels. His impressive tally of 44 goals in 51 appearances across all competitions in his debut campaign with the Reds has led to him being awarded numerous accolades, including Liverpool's Player of the Season and now the latest addition, the Football Writers Association. He is the first African player to win the award.
Great, it's an honor to win this award. It's special. No one won it before in Africa or Arab, so I'm very proud to win it.
Salah also crowned a superb season with a new scoring record and a Golden Boot award as Liverpool hammered Brighton 4-0 in their final game of the Premier League season to finish 4th and qualify for next season's Champions League. He remains optimistic of Liverpool clinching the Champions League trophy when they travel to the Ukrainian capital, Kiev, to face Real Madrid in the final at the Olimpijski National Sports Complex on May 26.
Of course we can. We play in a semi-final and the quarter-final against Man City and Rome. Both teams are very good. They have special quality. They are, outstanding this year. But, as I said, it's only one game. It's not long. It's just one step, so we have to keep fighting, and I'm excited, and everyone in the city and the team is excited about that, so let's see.
Salah will also spearhead the Egypt national team in Russia on their return to the World Cup for the first time in 28 years.
And now with 31 days left to the Russia 2018 World Cup, we begin to look at the team profiles of the African teams representing the continent in the global showpiece. We'll start with the Pharaohs of Egypt, who will be turning up at the World Cup after 28 years. Natalie Wakam and Elaine Wangalo filed the following report.
For decades, Egypt have failed to turn their dominance of the African game into World Cup qualification until a last-gap penalty ensured their place in the field of the 2018 World Cup. Over the years, a myriad of coaches have tried to take them to the promised land, but it was Hector Cooper who finally got them over the line. After clinching its World Cup spot in October, Egypt will compete on football's ultimate stage for the first time since 1990. The North African country has had 2 appearances at the World Cup finals, crashing out in the first round to Hungary in 1934, exiting at the group stages in 1990. The Pharaohs have a few familiar Premier League faces among their ranks. They are placed in Group A alongside the hosts Russia, Saudi Arabia and Uruguay. Egypt's squad are a mixture of youth and experience, with the goalkeeper Essam Al-Adari said to become the oldest player at a World Cup at 45. The Pharaohs will play their first World Cup fixture on the 15th of June against arguably the toughest team in the group, Uruguay. On the 19th, they will play host Russia, and then they will finish the group stage with Saudi Arabia on the 25th. Egypt reached the last African Cup of Nations final and qualified for the World Cup convincingly, topping a group that included Ghana, Congo and Uganda. Mohamed Salah, the Liverpool winger, scored 71% of Egypt's goal in their qualifying campaign. The games will take place in Russia from 14 June to 15 July 2018.
That's all we had for today. You can find this show on our website, africanews.com, in both French and in English. You can also send us feedback and reactions on social media using the hashtag #FootballPlanet. I'm Victor Muisio. Goodbye.